Hello, my name is Joseph Losoma. I'm here to present about Tulip Dataset. So this dataset is about the world chess players, and this dataset involves candidates that participated in the chess championship or competition of 1948 to 1990. So first of all, this is the dataset we imported, and the second outline is for the data set. The second outline is for the data set that we plotted on the charts. As you can see that the highest number of concentration of competitors or champions is in the Europe, with a few in the US. Actually, US has two. South America has two, and Cuba has one. So over almost 90% of the participants are in the Europe. So again, on this one, looking at the champions, we know Fischer R is one of the champions. Kasparov is a champion. So Fischer stands out in a way that Fischer is the only champion that comes from the American side. That is the northern and the southern continent of the American side. So another thing is the players that are having the most games, number of games, are represented by larger circles. So the more the games someone has, the larger the circles they are. And the player with the least amount of games is the American world champion Bobby Fischer, as you can see amongst all the champions. Is the one that has the least amount of games, given the size of the circle. On the other hand, um, Karpov uh, is a champion that has more games as compared to others. And we can see Botnik Mikhail is another champion. So those ones that are circled this color have more games and they're champions. Now, we also identify the communities within the players and that highlight, amongst other things. And we used the Lovian algorithm that identified four communities. That's why you are seeing four colors. Um, and we also noticed Karpov and Kasparov rivalry. Um, there's a rivalry between them because they played a number of matches in between themselves. Um Now, the yellow players were more active in the late 1940s and 50s. The yellow players were more active in the late 1940s and 50s, while the green players, rather, while the more red players were champions in the late 1970s and 1980s, and they mainly played together, and that's why they form the communities. Okay, so another thing after that is we went to we went to the network. Uh, make so now we want to make sense of the network here. So this time we work mostly on the node link diagram view, which will allow us much more freedom than in the geographic view. So one way of making sense of this network is, of course, to identify communities within, and then to work on applying a relevant layout algorithm. So when those communities are combined, this this network might make much more sense after applying an algorithm that is based on communities. Again, from here, we can notice for the readers who are interested in the game, we one thing that we noted also that stands out is that the world, a non-world champion Victor Kronchai participated in many candidates tournament and even played in finals against the legendary Anatoly Karpov. Anatoly Karpov. So this graph highlights the fact that Victor Kochai was indeed one of the best chess players who never had a chance to become a world champion. So this is one of the relationship graphs, and it shows the relationship between the birthplace with the name and number of participations, as well as the peak rating. So you can see most of them are above 20,000 in peak rating, and most of them are player ones. Then most of the people here come from Europe, as we noted, and so this is pretty much about it. Once again, my name is Joseph Lusoma. Thank you for listening to me. This was my presentation. Thank you. Bye.